Hello, welcome to this week's weekly update, sponsored by McTears the Auctioneers. I'm not Jerry, you'll notice. I'm Kingy, your SLO, filling in just for a wee one-time gig. Gus, thanks for your time.
I'm Gus.
You're Gus, but they'll know who you are. Gus, I'm not going to make you repeat yourself about a broth because you done your interview after it, mate. What I would ask, has it been hard? The boys put a lot into it. Has it been hard to keep their heads up and keep them motivated this week? Or?
Look, since we've been in short space of time that we've been at the football club, the boys have been fantastic. Their attitude, their application, not just in games but in training, has been outstanding. They're a credit to themselves. I understand you'll get 3 or 4 that have been frustrated. They've not had as much game time as they would have liked. But we're able to explain it, that we inherited it, that there was a squad of 26 players, which is far too big for a club, of Morton size. And we've had to explain that to the boys, and again, they've all understood that. So we just got on with the task in hand of trying to pick the players that are best suited for each game, and hopefully that can get us the desired results. I think we could see even Alloa, Arbroath, how the fine lines are. When you look back on it, Alloa was the sore one because we missed so many chances in the first half against Alloa. And that ultimately, and I don't like picking out or highlighting any one game, but that was your last home game in the league and we couldn't take the 3 points, and I think that would have had a major bearing on the outcome.
I think nobody's tuned in for my opinion, but I think we've been organised, we've been sturdy, but it's just, how do we find that wee balance to create opportunities off the back yet?
First and foremost, we had to make sure we were solid. We've changed. We've not been rigid in terms of any one system. My thoughts when I initially came in was we would play with a back 3, but we had to change that as well. More often than not, went with a back 4. We've tried to play 2 wide players, 1 striker. I've said to the players, kind of, that it's just numbers. Really, when you turn around, it comes down to actually during the game, you take your chances, playing with energy as well. I think we've had that. We've had the competitive side of it as well. It's just in key moments when I think we've got to be respectful to teams that we play in the Championship. They are very well organised and they're fit. So chances even still are at a premium. But when they come along, you've got to be ruthless and take your chances. We'll play with 2 wide players, whether it be again with an extra midfield player. It's just numbers. We actually try and just pick the teams that we feel are right for that given game. And we've been very, very close, to picking up more points, but we didn't. And that's the frustrating factor of it. We've now got to pick a team now against Montrose that we believe can get us into the final of the playoff, but we have the utmost respect for Montrose. I was at their game against Falkirk, we had somebody at their game against Partick Thistle. They thoroughly deserve to be in the playoffs because they've beaten the 2 bigger teams, Falkirk and Partick Thistle, in the last 2 games, so they have our utmost respect. They have good players as well, so we have to play pretty near our best if we're going to get through.
You've led into my next one here because kind of been in the about place and with prep that you have put in on the teams that we could have potentially met, and I think we were all preparing for Falkirk before Tuesday night and the late on goals. How are Montrose? How do they line up? What are they like?
Montrose are flexible. I think Andy's seen them 3 times and I've seen them twice, and they have been very, very flexible at the start of a game or even during a game that Stuart has been prepared to change it. They have good attacking options. Obviously the experienced guy that most people know is Sean Dillon. Good experience at the back, organises things there, but they've got other players that have played at this level and higher levels for a good number of seasons now, so good experience within their group. And against Falkirk, they went 1-0 behind pretty early, could have went further behind, but thereafter they created chances, caused Falkirk problems, and thoroughly deserve to win the game. So even against Partick Thistle, where they have to win the game, they know how to win. So again, utmost respect for them and how they go about their business. We believe that we've got the players, that can get us results and know how to win games, and we've got to make sure that we get that message across to the players. We've had a good chat with them on Tuesday. We allowed them to have their opinion as well, which is very, very constructive. They are, again, we've talked about their energy and their competitive. They're conscientious. They're honest boys as well, and appreciate, where we fall short and where our strengths are as well. So it's good for them to get that opportunity to air their views as well. So they now, you go down into the finer details now, today and tomorrow in my preparation, and make sure that we're ready for the game.
Just a wee bit more general, that's a couple of months, and you actually were appointed just as I was appointed as well. It's actually rumoured that they had to get a good Morton man into Duluth, bringing in a Paisley man, but are you enjoying it? How is it?
Love it. I think the most pleasing fact for me has been working with the players at training, but behind the scenes. There's some really, really good people who care passionately about their club, and that comes through every single day that we're down here and speaking to all the guys about the place. It's a good place to be, but the most important place in any football pitch, any football club, is the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to try and get it right there, and try and get the club back to where they want to be, and be more competitive within the championship, and try and give themselves a chance of getting into the Premiership. But it can only be done with full support behind the scenes, and hopefully have an impact on the pitch.
Brilliant. Gus, that's me. Thanks very much for
Thank you.
holding my horn through it, an experienced media man. This has been your weekly update, sponsored by McTears the Auctioneers. Cheers.